The first villages of Suriname marked a turning point in human history.
They stopped wandering. They built homes. They planted seeds.
For thousands of years, the Paleo Indians had roamed the savannas and forests.
The first villages marked a turning point in human history.
And following the game, living off the land. But then, something changed. The climate shifted. The giant animals disappeared. And the people had to adapt. They began to stay in one place. They began to build. They began to plant. This is the story of the first settlements in Suriname. Over thousands of years, the nomadic Paleo Indians began to settle. They chose places near rivers, where fish was plentiful and the soil was fertile. The rivers provided water, food, and transportation. The riverbanks were easy to clear for farming. This was the beginning of a new way of life. By 3000 BC, life had shifted. Small villages appeared along the Corentyne River and other waterways. These were the first permanent settlements in Suriname.
I'm no be or tusha.
People no longer had to carry everything with them. They could build storage huts. They could keep food for later. They could stay in one place and watch their children grow up in the same village where they were born. Life along the Corentyne River. The Corentyne River became the heart of early Surinamese civilization. It flows along the eastern border of Suriname, separating it from Guyana. For thousands of years, it provided food, water, and a highway for trade. The first settlers built their villages on the riverbanks.
From these villages came the great nations of the Arawak, the Carib, the Trio, and the Wayana.
They chose high ground to avoid floods. They built simple huts from wood and palm leaves. These huts were round, with thatched roofs. They were cool in the heat and dry in the rain.
Someone who built a home, raised a family, and created a community.
Families lived together. Grandparents, parents, and children shared the same hut. They cooked together, ate together, and slept together. The village was an extended family. As villages grew, so did the skills of their people. One of the most important crafts was pottery. Clay was dug from the riverbanks.
I made it. Thank you, grandfather.
It was shaped by hand into pots, bowls, and cooking vessels.
Cotton will give us soft clothing.
The pots were fired in open pits. They were decorated with intricate patterns, geometric designs, animal motifs, and symbols that told stories. Pottery was used for cooking, storage, and ceremonial purposes. Some pots were small, for daily use. Others were large, for storing cassava flour or water.
We have meat for many days.
Some were beautifully decorated, for special occasions. The oldest pottery found in Suriname dates back to 3000 BC. It is a testament to the creativity and skill of the first villagers. The Sipalawini Savannah was no longer just a hunting ground.
This canoe will take us to new lands.
It became a place of gathering, trade, and culture. People from different groups met there.
Our children love this bread.
They exchanged goods, cassava flour, cotton cloth, tobacco, and exotic seeds. They shared knowledge, how to make better pottery, how to plant crops, how to heal the sick. These gatherings were also social events. People sang, danced, and told stories.
This trap will fill while we sleep.
Young people found partners from other villages. Alliances were formed. Conflicts were resolved. The savannah became the heart of a growing network of communities.
Each family has its own mark.
A civilization was taking root, long before the first European ship appeared on the horizon. The first settlements were humble. They were small villages of simple huts. But they laid the foundation for everything that followed.
Tonight we sleep on soft leaves.
From these villages came the great nations of the Arawak, the Carib, the Trio, and the Wayana.
I need more practice!
From these villages came the cultures that still survive today. When you see a potsherd on a riverbank, remember you are looking at the work of someone who lived thousands of years ago. Someone who built a home, raised a family, and created a community.
We will build a new hut there.
That is the legacy of the first settlements. What do you think was the most important change when people stopped wandering and started building? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories about Suriname. This is the second episode of Chapter 1.
Boiled water is safer to drink.
Next episode is From Farmers to Nations.
The smell of fresh bread makes us happy.
Our ancestors watch over us. This is our home now.